Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the MGM Grand Garden Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as Premier Boxing Champions presents the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by MP Promotions, Mayweather Promotions, and TGB Promotions, in association with About Billions Promotions and Showtime. Sponsored by Wow Pilipinas Party List, Tecate, the official beer of boxing, Ublo, the art of fusion, and Limitless Performance, real people, real life, real results. This bout is sanctioned by the WBA, the President Gilberto Jesus Mendoza, Supervisor George Martinez, along with the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The Chairman is Anthony Marnell III, and the Executive Director is Bob Bennett. Introducing our judges, scoring from ringside for our main event, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Tim Cheatham. From Avon, Connecticut, Glenn Feldman. And from Las Vegas, Dave Moretti. We introduce our third man to the ring, the referee in charge. He will be giving instructions after the introductions, Russell Mora. All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA Welterweight Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, it's showtime! Introducing to you first, the challenger on my right, fighting out of the red corner. Entering the ring wearing white trunks with multicolor trim and hailing from Cincinnati, Ohio. He weighed in at 146 1/2 pounds. His record stands at 33 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, and 1 no contest, with 24 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, making his 10th world title appearance, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of boxing's biggest draws, the current WBA number 6 ranked welterweight contender, the colorful and entertaining challenger, the former 4-division champion of the world, introducing Adrien, the Problem. And his opponent across the ring, the defending world champion, fighting out of the blue corner, really needing no introduction the world over. Wearing black trunks with gold and white trim, the senator fighting out of and proudly representing the Sarangani province in the Philippines. He weighed in at a ready 146 pounds. His record stands at 60 wins, 7 losses, and 2 draws, with 39 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is a legend of boxing, an icon of the sport, and the future Hall of Famer. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, in his 24th world title appearance, boxing's only 8-division world champion, the current reigning and defending WBA welterweight champion of the world, introducing the one and only Manny Pacquiao. Once again, a referee in charge. Now to give instructions, Russell Mora.
So Russell Mora calls them in. 10-point must-scoring system. No standing 8 count. There's no 3 knockdown rule. If I cannot be saved by the bell in any round, only the referee can stop the fight in case of an accidental foul. We're at the scorecards after 4 rounds are complete.
Trunks here good. Anything below this line's a foul. Trunks here good. Anything below this line's a foul. Gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want to remind you, obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. God bless you both. Touch up.
Manny, the reigning champ, takes on the 4-division world champion, Adrien Broner. 8-division world champion. The history of this guy is something else. Manny Pacquiao, the lovable senator from the Philippines. And in this case, the bad boy, but a good guy.
Relax.
All right, so here we go. 12 rounds of boxing scheduled for the WBA Welterweight Championship of the World. Manny Pacquiao, the southpaw, in the black trunks. Notice the size of his calves. That's where he generates all the power. He's got the socks pulled up kind of high, so maybe you can't see, but it's very noticeable here at ringside that Manny is very, very fast and that he has very powerful legs, and that's where he generates power. As nice as Manny is, when he steps into the ring, he is some kind of tough. Those 4 fights with Juan Manuel Marquez was something else. The fights with Tim Bradley, something else. And he wants to make a statement here early with Broner that his speed has more to do than Broner's power. Pacquiao to the right of your screen, the southpaw. Both men in magnificent condition, but Manny is 40 years old. And you always wonder if this is going to be the night that he shows his age. We're only in round 1, but he looks pretty spry to me right now. So far, Broner hasn't been able to touch him. Manny bobs, he weaves, he moves back and forth. The hands are up, the hands are down. He jabs with the right hand. Broner trying to get that right hand down the middle to hit Manny with some power, but Manny, as quick as his hands are, so too are his feet.
Watch your hands, watch your hands.
And even though people thought he was starting to show his age against Jeff Horn, the fact of the matter is that the heat and the very difficult, I think it was around the 7th round that Jeff Horn was really beaten up badly. It was in the late rounds anyway, but in that heat, Manny kind of collapsed after that. Not collapsed, but just slowed down so much that Jeff was able to, outlast him. But that was in tremendous heat in Brisbane. This is inside, air-conditioned comfort in the desert. It's only about 60 degrees outside here in Las Vegas anyway, but it's very comfortable always inside in Las Vegas. So far, Broner hasn't been able to touch him up at all with 30 seconds to go. Gotta watch those front feet when we have our wide shot, because that's what happens when you have an orthodox fighter like Broner and a southpaw like Manny Pacquiao fighting each other. They're working for positioning, constantly trying to get the front foot to the outside of the opponent. Broner's got that wide stance, so he can't have power in that position except to do anything but drive his jab. Bellens, not a lot of activity in that round, not a lot of hitting, a lot of feeling out, but Pacquiao did more landing than did Broner.
Okay na? Okay na, ayaw pagdali. Put your arms up. Baba lang kamot. Ayaw na pagdali, ha? Pinausa. Okay? Tubig.
Boy Fernandez
ang yung ginabuhat ni mo, ha? Iya kang tukuran kanina, tukuran. Para mo sipit ang buhay, makawat siya. Usahay, inigana niya, daon ka niya. Yung pinuwak na siya, gamay. Sigla, dugula, bihok, bulo, dugula. Ayaw pagdali. Don't trust.
But stick and stab him with your jab sometimes. You ain't using your jab as much as you can.
He's trying to counter.
Yeah, but a quick jab or a feint. Even if you don't want to jab, a feint will make him start over. Okay, you won that round. Stay calm. Stay calm and keep boxing smart.
Kevin Cunningham, keep boxing and keep fighting smart. Get that jab in there. And Broner, of course, can't be quiet. He's got to have his answer to Kevin says, but he's trying to counterpunch me. Well, that's what you're famous for. So let's see what Adrien can do if he can, in fact, get that jab. See, he's pouring with his jab right now instead of driving off the back foot and really making it into the punch. So Manny's learning just which way to bob, weave, and feint. And Adrien ties him up. Russell Mora has to separate the two and warns Manny about watching the heads. Manny, the way he comes in, if he comes all the way in, especially with being a little bit shorter, there's always a danger of cuts.
Stop! No.
And Adrien pushing back, and Russell admonishes him for that. Then he touches hands with Manny, ever the gentleman. But this is Broner's style. He tries to intimidate. He both inside and outside the ring. You see him stepping on top of Manny's foot. But that happens. Manny's landing the punch. See, Adrian's not throwing his jab properly right now. He's standing flat-footed and sticking it out and sticking it out. And he's got the wide stance. When they loosen it up the picture, you'll see. You see it right now? He's got a very wide stance. See that right there? And he can drive off that back foot and make his jab really into a punch. But Manny's hands are so fast that he counters it. And this is what Manny has done. And of course, Manny being the popular guy, it's going to be very easy because the crowd gets so excited anytime Manny does anything. It's going to be hard for the judges to score what Adrien Broner is trying to do. Because they do react. They're only human. They react. Very professional judges. Tim Cheatham from Nevada, Dave Moretti from Nevada, and Glenn Feldman from Connecticut. That was his those names. Almost got that right hand through to Manny. Adrian's not taking advantage again of driving off that back foot. And he just shooting that jab out there when he could get a lot more power behind it. Look at that, the counter punch to Pacquiao.
Let him go, let go.
Adrien pushes him down, tries to tie him up, walks behind the ref, and now here we go again. 8 seconds, 7 seconds to go, and this is the second round, and a strategic battle is the right hand. Finally, Adrien gets one through, and gets Manny, but not enough to win the round. It's a Pacquiao round as well, in 9.
2 in the bank. Boxing, beautiful. Everything we playing for, he doing it. Shorten that hook up, though. All right? All right? Shorten it up. See, you hot.
He misses a couple of punches, and then Manny hangs on. And there's the elbow up to the throat, and Russell Moore will now say, no, no, no. Don't do it.
Thank you.
And then in
Keep
this
it clean.
exchange, the front feet
Keep it clean.
get tied up. Manny has great balance, and he's able to control it and land some shots.
Watch
but
your
he
head,
just thrown
okay?
a
Watch your
lot
head
of
coming in.
punches. And then later in that round, Adrien was able to land one good shot with his right hand.
Seconds
So
up.
we get ready to move to round number 3. The Colonel Bob Sheridan here, the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. You're watching premier boxing champions Manny Pacquiao and Adrien Broner. Broner to the left of your screen with the fancy trunks. Manny Pacquiao in the black trunks and the chanclas up. Manny. See the way in the wide shot that he's able to get his right foot outside Broner's outstretched left foot. Broner's got to be conscious of that for balance. And Broner's hands are plenty quick too. Adrien is going to start getting that right hand unleashed and start throwing some shots right down the middle of this southpaw. Manny was just boxing like this all night. Manny's not landing real powerful shots, but he's landing more shots than Adrien. Even though a lot of them are shoe-shine punches and some of them are partially blocked, it certainly captured the eye of the judges. Manny's last fight was a great uppercut that he landed when he dropped Lucas Matisse. And in April, a majority draw for Adrien Broner when he fought Jesse Vargas in Brooklyn. That was his only fight last year. So he wants to up his profile, and this fight will certainly do it if he can beat Manny Pacquiao. There he goes, right hand through that target, Adrien. And again, but that one didn't quite make the target. Manny's so quick pulling out and slipping punches. For all the talk of Broner, he really hasn't got as aggressive as I thought he'd be in the early going. And Manny very, very fast with those hands. Then he caught him again coming in. Broner cuts loose with the right hand, misses, and then misses with the hook. Tries to catch Manny coming in with an uppercut. And Broner's got a good uppercut, by the way. He can drop guys with uppercuts. That's something Manny's got to be careful about when he goes in. Make sure he's throwing punches. Manny doesn't care whether they're going to land or not. He throws at shoulders, he throws at the chest, and hooks the way down. See, that time he nipped him right on the chin. And these little shots like this catch up as the fight goes on. Broner's mighty fast too as he skips away. Manny gets his right hand out there, the long jab, and stealing the interest of the crowd and the judges. And that's it. Another round for Pacquiao. Crowd loves it. Manny's up 3 rounds to none.
Ganito lang. Steady tayo sa gitna. Steady tayo. Ha? Ha? Dito ka. Ito yung paa mo. May counter siya. Lalabas natin. Lalabas natin. Dalawang. Pung! Pung! Papak! Pung! Snap lang. Ha? Walang ibibigay sa kanya kahit kumpiyansang galaw ng ulo. Lagi tayo. Kasi nandoon yung
Watch this replay now. Manny on the assault, misses that time. Adrien ducks away, just touches him twice. No damage done there as he caught him on the shoulder. Then on the inside, just cuts his ear. So all of that didn't amount to much, but the crowd gets so excited. The judges don't have the replay that we have, and when you watch that, like I watched it in live motion, you really have a difficult time telling how much of the shoe shine type punches that Manny's landing. And that's the problem in the way Manny fights for judges scoring. Adrien got a decent right hand through that time and another left hand that time. So this is the best combination of punches that Adrien's landed in the fight. Trying to hold him off with that stick. Manny attacks downstairs this time. Manny's so quick in and out. He's like, you know, like a rattlesnake attacking him down with his hands. Catches him. He didn't hurt Broner. Broner was pulling away and bending over at the same time. You know, the crowd, most of the crowd really can't see what's going on. And at least half the crowd is watching it on the monitor because they have a better view than if they see it more than a few rows up in the grandstand area here. But anytime Manny does anything that even looks like he's touching Broner, the crowd reacts. So we'll try not to be influenced by that and give you the fair call. And Manny on the assault again. Not a lot of damage done to Adrien. Adrien missed with that right hand. Manny seems to be doing a better job than Adrien working to keep his foot on the outside when he comes in. The outside of the outstretched left leg of Adrien Broner, who has kind of a wide stance. Shorten up his stance just a little bit, which usually means he's going to go on the assault. When he has a real wide stance, he's all right now to throw the right hand. Let's see if he does. Yeah, he lets it go. But when his stance is really wide, he can't throw the right hand with any power. And he shouldn't turn his back on this guy. Broner can be dangerous. This is the feints by Manny that make Broner move into shots and try to move him on that left hand and draw him to it. Manny rolling the head around, moving it back and forth. This is real good stuff to make it hard for Broner to land. Broner doesn't have that same head movement that Manny Pacquiao has. Manny's up and down. He changes the eye level all the time. He gets a jab out there. Flashes back. Broner caught him with a decent shot that time. And one with the rib cage in. That's a closer round for Broner, so I'm going to give him that round.
That's it,
Not sure if he won it or not, but I'm going to give it to him. This is the Broner clan. This is all Adrien's family.
You put another round in the bank. All right? In my opinion. All right? Wipe that off, man. Yeah. Listen, you can't, that downtime, see, you got him hesitating now because he getting caught when he run up on you. You got him hesitating like we planned on, right? But you got downtime, you got to get off because he ain't jumping on you no more. So you can get off, all right? Still him and go, all right? Sneak up on him, scoop, scoop, scoop. Touch him, feel him, bop, and go. All right? You waiting too long. Because he hesitates. Good job, though. Good job.
Well, those are real good instructions by Kevin Cunningham. If he can execute. Problem is, Manny's so quick. So you know what he wants to do. He wants to sneak up on him and let the right hand go and then get out of there. Those are real good instructions. Now, let's see if he can execute. He landed the straight right hand. Manny working downstairs, but very little power down there. This is round number 5. I've got a 37 for Broner, 39 for Manny. I gave Broner the last round. Close round. Judges could be split on that. Broner is landing more punches now to the chin of Manny than he did in the first couple of rounds, that's for sure. He's fighting better. He's so quick.
Stop! Let go.
I know at 40 years old, the quickness is still there. That's conditioning. That's clean living. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. And he doesn't put on a lot of weight in between fights. This is round number 5. Almost to the halfway point, and this round's up for grabs. And there's the chance going up, trying to juice up Manny a little bit. Manny. Broner doing a nice job defensively in this round, but he's got to get more offense together. There it is, a good straight right hand by Adrien Broner. Broner has a tendency to want to use that inside of his forearm to push Manny away, and he's been admonished a couple of times by referee Russ Moore. Good body shot by Manny that time with the left hand, and that's his power shot downstairs. These guys are so well conditioned. They both have washboard stomachs. And he was able to land that left hand upstairs. Didn't do any damage. There's some hand speed there by Adrien Broner. Broner missed the left hand and just popped the whiskers of Manny with the right hand. Manny's got the hands up. He jabs out a couple of times. This particular point, Manny looks like he slowed down just a hair. And I should say that. Look at the hand speed there. He slows down and then he picks it up at will. Broner in the flashy trunks, Manny with the high white socks. Body shot downstairs, the bell ends the 5th round. Round is close, and I'm going to have to give it to Manny Pacquiao.
Very nice round.
Good. Brad. No, may burot kamay lang. Vaseline na ice here. Water. Brad.
Watch your head, Manny, and I'll watch his forearms, okay?
Maganda ang ginawa natin sa round na to. Ganon na ang gagawin natin sa lahat. Pasok, katawan. Bagong, minsan nagladown, public. Okay? Kuha mo na.
Cut man to Manny Pacquiao that wore on his face is David Martinez. All right, here we go. Round number 6. Coming up to the halfway point in this fight. I've got Pacquiao out in front by 3 points, but there's been a couple of rounds that have been close, so you don't know if the judges have it that far apart. It could be closer. I got a question mark on the 5th round that I gave to Pacquiao, thinking some of the judges might go the other way on that one. So here we go in round 6 here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Manny Pacquiao, the reigning WBA welterweight champion. Remember that the champ was Keith Thurman, and then he got injured, and Keith is coming back, and he's been out of action for a while. He's coming back, but Manny is the reigning WBA welterweight champ. The other champions, by the way, Terrence Crawford, WBO champ, Errol Spence Jr., the IBF champ, and Sean Porter holds the WBC title. So this is a very good division. And he cooked him pretty good with that shot there. They tie up. Now, this is a stage in the fight that you got to watch Manny Pacquiao at this age. You know, is he going to slow down any? I thought he slowed down just a bit in the last round, or I thought he won the round. Because Manny's kind of pot-shotting this guy, and he's catching him with more shots than Adrian's catching him with. Broner took a deep breath. It looks like he lost his concentration for just a second. And it's something that Kevin Cunningham won't want him to do. He's got to turn it up right now. Don't let Manny just tap, tap, tap like this. This when Broner's got to close the gap and cut loose with the right hand. Manny's right in front of him now. He's not moving his head. Now he's back up on his toes, and so he lets the right hand go. That's the right thing to do. Broner clipped him with a left hook that time. As busy as Manny hands are, he hasn't landed a lot of punches in this round with 53 seconds to go. Manny just touching him and touching him. Adrien has actually landed more significant blows. And then he caught him with a nice left hand, but anything that he does, the crowd goes nuts with it. By Adrien takes a shot downstairs, goes down. Manny touches him up a couple times, fairly low, but not illegal. It's a tough round to score. This would happen when he fought Jeff Horn. There were a lot of very close rounds in the fight. So far, there haven't been that many close rounds except the last one. And this round's fairly close, too. I mean, that's a tough round to score. I think the judges are going to be split on it. I know that they're not going to give 10 rounds, but if I think they're split, I will.
Hindi kailangan magmadali. Lamang tayo. Relax lang. Huwag magmadali. Tama na yon. Pag 10 seconds, huwag na nating papasukin pag kukunin pa agad, ha? Kasi nagbibitaw siya sa'yo. 10 seconds, relax tayo, tatimingin lang. Pag may pagkakataon papasok tayo.
Straight body shots.
Watch this body work here now. Manny catches him to the area of the spleen and almost backs him off pretty hard with that shot to the body. There it is again. That's right in the area of the spleen. You can see the way he reacted. If he wasn't in such great shape, he'd have gone down from that body shot. Hard body shot. And then Manny gets clipped to the left hand. And that was one of Broner's better punches in the fight, too. And that's why I think that the judges might be split on that. So I scored it 10-10. These rounds are getting a little bit closer now, 5 and 6. And that's what happened why there was so much controversy in the Horn fight. I thought there's no question Horn won, but by a couple of points. But in that fight, Manny had one sensational round, and then after that, he began to wilt a little bit, in my opinion, and that's how he lost the fight.
Hadlok na siya, masamusunod. Hadlok siya. Ayaw mag-target. Ganaw-uno.
Looping left hand stroke by Manny Pacquiao. He's on the assault now. He's chasing Broner down. Broner turns his back on him for just a second. Steps to his right. Manny on the assault again. And this is why Manny can steal rounds on the judges' scorecards. Here in the United States, he's so popular. And the other situation is that Adrien Broner is a guy that people love to hate, kind of like Floyd Mayweather at sometimes. As Broner comes in. This is tough stuff in this round. Manny on his toes, does a little bit of feint. Adrian's got to get a whole lot more offensive minded. I mean, that's what Kevin Cunningham wants him to do. But look at Manny. Time he caught him. He's a hard punches, a couple of them. And finally, Adrien has to hang on. He might have been hurt just when you see a guy hang on like that. He hasn't lost any strength, but he certainly felt the power of Manny. Manny's nailing him with shots now. The uppercut. He's on the assault. No punches back from Broner. 27, 26 seconds to go. And Broner looks like he's out on his feet. A couple of those punches must have landed harder than he thought. He might be ready to go. Manny goes to work on him, but Broner hangs on. 15 seconds to go. 14, 13, 12 seconds to go in this round. This is a good round for Manny. That's what they say is a big round for Manny, but it's still only 10-9. But a very definitive round. Last two rounds haven't been definitive, but that one was very definitive.
What was that? I didn't even see what he hit you with.
Neither.
Huh?
Neither. He wasn't hitting.
Give us some water, man. We talking about staying off the rope. Where that bucket is?
Let's watch this. Manny with a straight right hand gets it started. And there's one to the side of the head. Now with that one really cuffed hard, and then a whole series of punches to the body and back upstairs. Broner now has to hang on. Pushing the head down. Vic tries to get in there. Watch this now. No. That one he did catch him with. You couldn't see it. Then he touched him up with that one too. And Broner here now looks like he's in a bit of trouble. He's able to block these. So does Manny come downstairs? No, he comes with a half uppercut. Look at the reaction. Wow. Here we go, round 8. Now, Manny's having a big round sometimes. He has to slow down as he gets older in the next round. Let's see what he does in this round. Let's see if he can keep that pace up. And you hear the crowd trying to juice him up, yelling, Manny, Manny, Manny. Not a lot of action in the first 30 seconds of this round, but Manny expended a lot of energy in that last round. And, you know, when he was younger, he'd have a round like that, and he'd come right back and have another round like that. He doesn't do that as much now since he's been about 38 years old or so. But Broner's not doing hardly anything offensively. He's only caught Manny, I would say, 3 times definitively. That he's, you know, there's a nice, what I call sneaky right hand that time, although it's landed on the left cheek of Manny, which is beginning to pop up a little bit. So he's landed that punch quite a few times in the course of the fight. But Manny just seems to be landing so many more punches. But you can't really use a punch stat in this case because Manny throws a ton of punches, and a lot of them are like shoot-down sort of punches, and they're real exciting, but they don't do any damage. You have to take the amount of punches that he throws sometimes with a grain of salt. But in this fight, he's controlling it. There was a hard hooking right hand that time. Southpaw jabs with the right hand, but Adrien has got to get that right hand down the middle to stop the assault of Manny Pacquiao, because for the first 2 minutes in this round, Manny's outboxed it. I mean, this is nothing like the last round, but it's going to count just as much if he wins at 10-9. Adrien still shows plenty of snap with his left hand, but he's not hitting Manny. It's the right hand He's got to get through. That's the one he's got to get through. But Manny's so quick where he turns in that right shoulder and he steps out. It's hard to hit him with the right hand. The way to be the southpaw is get the straight right hand down the middle. In order to do that, you got to be moving to your left, not to your right. So he circles back to his left this time, and that way he set up his right hand, but he didn't land it. Talking about Broner now. Broner slides around to the right. He needs to be going left to land up his right hand if he wants to. Inside of 10 seconds to go in this 8th round, and Manny just outboxed him in this round. The last round he beat him up, but you know, the judges wouldn't give him a 10-8 for that because there's no knockdown. And they're always talking at the clinics that I go to that we got to start using the full 10 points, but nobody does it. So the last round, I gave Manny 10-9. And the round before, I scored 10-10 because I thought that the judges would be split on it.
Kaya natatambay siya, okay? Sit.
So I got it right now 79-74 with 4 rounds to go as you watch this. Sliding forward. It looks misses, hits, misses. No counter shot that time by Manny, but he's ready to let the left hand go. So here we go to the 9th round at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm the Colonel Bob Sheridan. Glad that you can be with us and hope you're enjoying this fight. This is a good prize fight, and it's close enough that one big punch by Adrien Broner could change the course of this fight in a hurry. I get Manny Pacquiao out in front by about 4 points right now. There have been some close rounds, so it might be a little closer than that. But I thought that Manny in his boxing has dominated boxing in the round. In the fight. Manny's best round was the 7th round where he had a really terrific round. And other than that, the rounds have been a little bit closer, with Manny just eking them out with accumulation of punches. And he lands that. No real damage done, but you get the idea. And this is how you steal rounds in the judges' scorecards. Now look at this. He pulls his leg, but Russell Moore's right in there. And he shakes him off again. Crowd boos, as you would expect, as Adrien is the guy that they love to hate. And he thinks that's good because he thinks that's how, you know, he'll be able to get more pay-per-views and more attention by being, at least playing the role of the bad boy. And Manny's never done that in his career. He's always been a sweetheart of a guy inside and outside the ring. He's lethal in the ring. But at least the sweetheart of a guy outside. Ninth round here at the MGM Grand. I got Pacquiao up in front of this fight. Broner just got to throw more right hands. More right hands. Parker is watching down in New Zealand, Joe. This is what I do when you're fighting. You got to throw more hands. So watch Broner. There's a left hook, hits him, and he goes back on his heels. There he is. It's tipped again. This becomes another really good round. Look at this. Manny's putting the hurt on him right there in the corner. Broner may be hurt just a bit. Manny on the assault. Remember, the left hand for Manny Pacquiao is his power hand. This makes it an easy round to score for Manny Pacquiao. There's no question he won that round.
I got a lace that's loose. Okay.
Look at this. Manny, that one's right on the chin. How he didn't go down is only conditioning. Any other guy would have been dropped with that punch, but Adrien is in such magnificent condition that he was able to actually gobble up, bam, right on the chin, and his legs buckle and he's back. But his balance is so good and his conditioning is so terrific that he was able to stay up and not go down. Again, it's conditioning. When you get hit with a shot like that and you don't drop, you got to be in great shape or you're going down. Remember, Adrien Broner's never been stopped in his career. As we go to round number 10, Pacquiao would love to stop him. See that big wide stance? Can't throw the right hand like that with any power. Now he shortens him up a little bit, and when he shortens it up, he usually throws his right hand. See, now he's ready in position to throw that right hand. But he's not throwing it. He's got to throw it. Enough fading. Manny covers up and gets out of there again. Broner's legs don't look great to me right now. Even though I know he's in great physical condition, his legs don't look really good. He looks a little bit loose in the knee, a little bit heavy in the foot. And Manny, with all that power, with those huge calves that he has, just generates power. So quick. Broner's legs look like they're back now to me. Manny not on the assault, and Broner not throwing enough right hands. Manny on the assault because of the lack of the right hand. I mean, he's throwing so few right hands. I wonder if he hurt his right hand. He's just not throwing enough right hands at all. I hate to belabor the fact, but it's a big part of this fight. When you're fighting a southpaw and you don't throw the right hand down the middle, it makes me think you got a problem with your right hand. I mean, he throws that right hand and turns the knuckles over like no power with it. Meanwhile, Manny clips him hard with a hooking right hand, and it is a kind of a hooking motion. Ordinarily, you think in terms of a left being a left hook, but not when you're a southpaw fighter. It's the right hand that you can hook with as well as you can jab. Manny just tries to keep pressure on him. There's a little less than a minute to go in this, the 10th round. There's the right hand. He finally got it off, but not enough. I just see him throw like 4 or 5 straight right hands in a row. Really make this into a fight. Because right now I got Manny creeping ahead comfortably in this fight. There you go with the right hand for Adrien. Circles around to the right now, back to his left. That's what you want to do. Go right, then back left, but then cut loose with the right hand. Got the right idea, but you got to let the right hand go. And if I sound like I'm belaboring it, that's because I want to see Broner do something with it. Manny just outmaneuvers him. And, you know, Manny just outboxed him in the 10th round. He's just outboxing him now. Nothing fancy, just outboxing him. I got it scored right now, 99-92. Mikey Garcia there on the left, and there's I can't see who that is in the middle, and that's Deontay Wilder. The guy at the front looks like an Asian Oscar De La Hoya. Oh, Mike Myers.
Galaw lagi to. Galaw lagi. Taas kaliwa. Okay? Sen, lamang tayo. Dalawang round na lang. Tapos na ang laban.
Listening to Buboy Fernandez. Freddie used to be in there, but Buboy trained him for his fight with Matisse, and they kind of left it that same way. Manny with a little puffiness by his left eye. Nobody has been down. Nobody has been cut. But Adrien in the 9th round and the 7th round was close to going down. Only conditioning kept him up.
Yan, galaw, ulo. Yan, pagkumpiyansa. Ilipin lang yan. Una tayo, una.
Watch your hand, Manny. Watch your hand.
As Manny taking the chop to the forehead by Adrien Broner. Manny in the black, Adrien in the purple with the fancy trunks. And he's slowed down just a hair now on this round. As I say that, he's back on the assault again. Broner says, no, you're not hurting me. Broner, you're not hurting him either. And that's what you got to start thinking. It's offensive because you're running out of time. And according to my score sheet, Broner's going to knock him out to win the fight. That happened one time against Juan Manuel Marquez when Manny was cruising along. And won everything up until the time he got knocked out. And Manny's got to stay focused and concentrating. But in terms of, particularly think you're looking at a 40-year-old man right now. And that's because of the extraordinary ability of Manny Pacquiao and the fact that he lives clean and trains so hard. This is a terrific performance for a 40-year-old guy. But then again, he's one of the best fighters of all time. 8th division world champion. A sure first ballot Hall of Fame. Manny gives that little bicycle trot over to his left to get in line. But he's not throwing as many punches as he was. Broner's not landing much either. Broner's got to throw the right hand. I want to see this a battle right to the end. Manny just outboxing him, pot shotting him. Not enough offense by Adrien Broner. And in reality, that's been the difference in the fight because none of the rounds have been huge for Manny, but he's just outboxing. Manny's always been a pressure boxer throughout his career, and it shows tonight. He's keeping the pressure on Broner. Broner makes a slick move, and the crowd boos because he's not engaging. He's working hard, let me tell you. He's trying to pick a shot to land a straight right hand, but he's got to throw more of them and more of them, and he's out of time in the 11th round now. Manny feints, and makes Broner miss, and here comes the bell to end the 11th round. Well, as we go to the 12th.
Come back and then go. Hurt. But listen to me.
Right?
Yeah. Listen, man. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you to win this round coming up.
Sir.
Listen. When you move, the movement is giving him problems, right? But you got to put hands on him with the movement, bro. You got to put a little more, because it's there. The opportunities are there, but you're not taking them, all right? You stealing them here and there and moving, and he ain't touching you with nothing. So that should give you the round. But make this shit crystal clear.
May lakas pa rin siya, ha? Wala kang kumpiyansa, Sen. Galaw. Pag nagkataon nakapasok, ibalagbag ang TL, short punches. Okay? Last round, pinaka-importante
Manny
sa
looks
lahat.
fairly gassed right now as we get ready to go to the 12th round. So all he has to do is just continue doing what he's doing and box, stay away, pick his shots.
Good job, gentlemen.
Even if he
Clean
loses
round.
the round, he's probably going to cakewalk with a solid unanimous decision in this fight. Well, let's see how smart he is. Broner, on the other hand, has got to really turn it up. Kevin Cunningham has him believing that this fight is a lot closer than it is, in my opinion. Maybe closer than I have it, but Manny with a soft touch downstairs. No specific hand speed right now, but he certainly has the foot speed. He loads up with that left-hand power shot, kind of a hooking shot. Broner just not offensive-minded enough. And Kevin's right, man. He's there to land that right hand, but you kind of throw it multiple times. Dives around to his right. Manny clips him with the right hand again. Nothing power. And Manny says you got to keep him up, and so Russell Mora. And fellas are keeping track in total punches in the fight. And it goes to back to what Sanders, a solid right hand lands. Frank Belmont just told me that Manny Pacquiao through 11 rounds has landed 109 punches as opposed to the 49 of Broner. That'll tell you that everything I've been telling you is true. He's not landing his shots. And again, you know, don't forget that Manny throws a lot of shoe-shine punches, so you'd expect him to be high in the amount of punches that he lands. But Broner hasn't landed, but I only think of 3, maybe 4 really solid punches in the fight. Manny's landed many, many more of those. No big deal, but still big enough to catch the eyes of the judges. Seconds to go, 30 seconds to go in this fight. It's been an interesting boxing match, but the 40-year-old, 8-time world champion in 8 divisions has prevailed as far as I can see in this fight totally. And a nice fight. Now we're inside of 15 seconds. Broner just not offensive enough. I don't think he threw one right hand in this round. The guy that really needed to show some urgency, he hasn't shown any urgency. Attack and land one last thing, and that's it. It's all over. And Broner did absolutely nothing in the 12th round in terms of urgency. I get 119 to 110 in favor of Manny Pacquiao. We'll see how Tim Cheatham, Ben Feldman, and Dave Moretti have it scored, but I'm quite convinced that Manny Pacquiao has done it. Look at Jackson. Pacquiao's corner, Boo Boy certainly thinks he's won the fight. I think he's won the fight.
Thank you very much.
We'll see what the judges have to say. Through 11 rounds, Manny landed 109 punches to 49 punches of Adrien Broner. So much so for the 40-year-old. Tonight wasn't the night that he was going away.
Did he do everything we planned on him? Oh, yeah. Exactly the way we said he was going to do it.
I beat him. I beat him.
Broner thinks he won the fight. Well, you're going to have to watch the tape of it to realize he didn't. But stranger things have happened in the world of boxing. We'll see.
You tough, bro.
I'm more than tough.
Man, you got it, didn't you? You got a little bit going. You got Camp with you, man. You guys brought it. For the hood, baby.
Yeah.
What's up, Manny?
Welcome to the team.
Oh!
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shepard. Mr. Broner, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Cunningham. Yes, sir.
Great job.
Thank you very much.
Manny Pacquiao.
Ready.
No knockdowns in the fight. Nobody was cut. Puffiness underneath the eye, the left eye of Manny Pacquiao. But Broner, in the sum and substance, as far as I'm concerned, just didn't throw enough right hands down the middle to affect Manny Pacquiao. A little sweat in his eyes. Broner landed 3 body shots in the entire fight. Here's Jimmy Lennon.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. We have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Dave Moretti scores about 117 to 111. Judges Glenn Feldman and Tim Cheatham both scored about 116 to 112. All three in favor of the winner. And still WBA welterweight champion of the world, Manny Pacquiao.
So the judges, 2 of them had it 116, 112, and the other judge had it 117, to 111. That was Dave Moretti. I was closest to that. I had it at one point different than that. I had it 119 to 110. So, in fact, Broner didn't win too many rounds in the fight. There's Sean Gibbons, who helps out Manny Pacquiao quite a bit.